Resident Evil 3.
It all began as an ordinary day in September. An ordinary day in Raccoon City. A city controlled by Umbrella. No one dared to oppose them, and that lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction. I suppose they had to suffer the consequences of their
Well, you don't have BT Sport or something?
There would be no forgiveness. If only they had had the courage to fight. It's true that once the wheels of justice begin to turn,
why not just
nothing
download
can
it?
Stop them. Nothing. It was Raccoon City's last chance, and my last chance. My last escape.
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area E95070. Over.
What are they?
Yeah, that's actually quite trash. I don't know why the network is behind on live shows. That's like a bit of an off-put. If you wanted to watch this, it's kind of shit how that works. It's obviously something to do with the actual network that it airs on, where it has to be exclusive for a couple of weeks or something. That's all I can think of. But the same doesn't work for pay-per-views. Da-na-na-na. So we are here with the Gamecube version, which I've not played in a fucking minute. Gonna be harder to play because I need to play with an analog stick. Less precise, actually. That's the problem there. I think you can skip cutscenes on Cube. Well, maybe not that one then. Well, say I've not played this version in a long time, but man, this one was given a workover.
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow,
It's actually no got the shimmery look
I'm still alive.
that PS1 and Dreamcast and PC have. It's no got it even at all. Shimmer's gone.
We've got to get out of here.
Bit darker. For the best picture, please adjust the brightness so the color bar below the red line is not visible. Yeah, this version looks clean. Ah. Try to use the D-pad. Oh my god, it's shocking. Let's gonna have a look at the picture here. Yeah, I think that looks a bit too dark, doesn't it? Like, the other versions are quite, well, bright. That looks nice, doesn't it? It's also a bit softer, because it's like, not as sharp on the cube. Well, to what do we owe the pleasure of Junkie coming in 2 nights in a row? Junk. Man, she looks... So it's not got any of the shimmering lines that are on the Dreamcast, PS1, or PC. They redid the models for this version, I don't know. Or got rid of that watery blobby shit. You know? Doesn't look terrible at all. Look at that. Look how clean her face looks. Very nice. And the backgrounds are pretty strong. There's a fly in here being an asshole. Please. Trying to play games. It's really hard to control with the analog, it's so no precise. A mistake could easily happen. Wrong button. Tell you this though, the vibrations weaken a GameCube controller. As opposed to like playing it on the PS1 lately. It's a lot softer a vibration. But man, I can't actually believe how clean this version looks. My biggest problem is the shimmering effect that happens in Resident Evil 3. On PC I think it's disgusting, why I won't even play that version. I don't know why people are okay with it. Mods maybe? But like, you think they'd create a mod to fix it. It doesn't exist on RE2. But it's on Dreamcast as well and it still looks ugly. On PS1 it's there, but because the resolution's so low, or lower, at 240p, you can't see it as well. But here on GameCube, it looks like they actually got rid of it. Because this was like the more recent port of Resident Evil 3 that happened, you know what I mean, back in the day. Yeah, so it's got like more high-res images in the background by default, and no shimmering effect on Jill's model whatsoever. It's really clean. That is the best thing about this version so far. And it's not even on the monsters or anything, so... But the thing is, the controller's whack. It's actually whack. I wouldn't be surprised if I died due to just, like, moving wrongly. Because analog is not the way to play any RE game. Clash at the Castle. I created a monster. How did I create the monster? I was wondering if like, just because I play some retro stuff that you decided to like, is that the reason you got the Tink? Why would you not just get an X station? Save the money. Let's get an X station, man. No. Wow, look how clean the fucking backgrounds look in this version. I can't remember how they look in Dreamcast, because usually we play PS1 version, I guess. Oh. Yeah, that seems cool. And what about you, Junkie? What have you been doing while you've not been here? For like a month. Oh, this looks so nice, actually. Whoa, I'm surprised. Suikoden Tactics. Yeah, I knew there was a tactics game. Been buying any PC games, Junkie? Oh boy. Bum 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 ba-dum dum dum. What have you been playing then? No getting Splatoon 3? Too good for that game? Oh wait, wrong way. Oh my god. Why? It's a remake of a remaster. It's gonna be the trashiest shit ever.
Jill! We've got a...
If anything though, the FMVs look lower quality. Yes, the FMVs are lower quality. Even in PS1 it looks like to me. Maybe not though, but definitely lower than Dreamcast. Well, I've never played one. I thought I would give the third one a bash. Do you know what I mean, Toga? Yeah, I'm not a fan of Smash Whores though. Nah. Smash Whores. I don't know, I don't like it. By the way, some of the game will also look worse, Junkie, because like remakes or whatever the hell they want to call it, remaster 2.0 always look worse because it's no being styled right around the console's hardware limitations. But, you know, I'll no be playing that shite. That is defo no worth the money. Is it? Well, I've not seen anything on it, actually. I've already paid for it, so... I'm ready to fuck some kids up in Splatoon. Ah. I honestly... I'm not even a fan of The Last of Us. I think it's overrated trash. I'm being honest. I understand why people like it. Game's a movie. You do you. But like... I played it back in the PS3. I'm a bit salty with Naughty Dog. I think they're a bunch of false advertising pieces of shit. And that's just how I view them. Yo, what you going with, Bob? False advertisement pieces of shit. And I don't like games that false advertise. And Last of Us is one of them. I don't care. That's my opinion. It's whatever. Number one reason I don't buy Ubisoft shit anymore. I'll go 0131. Alright. But yeah, even if you look at the original... Nah, no, there's not, Bob. Wow, 5312, huh? Wait a minute, what is that again? 0131 4011 4312 014 what? Wait. What one did I forget? 0131 4011 4312. What's the last one again? Oh no. It's a 5 something, isn't it? Man, I cannot remember. Drawing a blank here. Cannot believe I've forgot. Oh, 0513, Christ. My bad. But yeah, even if you go back and watch the original trailer for The Last of Us on PS3, false advertised its ass off. I don't even like the business practice of being remaking the first game. Wow, she was a tank. Remaking the first game, and it's not even a remake. They're just calling it a remake because they already remastered it. So, like, they can't call it remaster. It's actually hilarious. I would never pay that much money for that game again. Graphics are worse in areas, so I've seen like a comparison, but why would you not buy it if you have a PS5, junkie? You think the Suikoden's worth a bit of money, Toga? Seen on the Gaming Collecting subreddit, actually, was it today or yesterday? Someone bought, speaking of Suikoden, somebody bought they have a sealed copy of Suikoden 2 on the Reddit Game Collecting. I was thinking about, I thought about you when I seen it, because you're obviously like Suikoden and it up right now. Wonder why they're worth so much, you know, they're just video games. It's the same way any game. You know, like some games that are trash are worth so much money as well. Rule of Rose being one of them. Survival horror game. It's honestly shit. Stars. Like, I have no idea why Rule of Rose is worth so much money. We played it a wee while ago. It was so whatever. I didn't even enjoy it. Turned it off. I could never imagine paying the kind of money that people think it's worth for a garbage game at that too. I don't know. Stars. Yeah, it's all because like little copies were made, but I'll tell you man, I don't understand it. I wonder if this part's gonna have the glitch. Nah, it's not got the glitch. We have outside music here, whereas on PS1 version, we have like police station music in here still. So they fixed it for Gamecube as well. Nice. That looks clean, man. It's just like, I feel like the only people that are going to pay money for games that like people are asking is like literally rich people, isn't it? I mean, what do you think? Your average gamer might save up to buy one rare game here and there, but I don't know. What, like, for most people it's best just to like have the game to play somehow rather than, you know, any other way. But like games are only they're only worth as much as. That's no fair. That was bullshit. I knew it was happening, no? Like, games are only worth as much as someone's willing to pay. Doesn't matter about this price. But like, I guess like rich gamers will do it, but it's tough going, man. Like what, they just sit on eBay for months on end with this price tag, you know? It's pretty crazy, eh? Bum 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 diddle doo. What rare games do you have, Bob Junkie? Really? You must own something, Bob. You'll own something. It's worth a few, Bob.
Scum!
Gonna try so wait, how clear is the biohazard 4 sign here? Pretty clear actually. Excuse me. I was gonna try something different here. Try some new strats out. Gonna go down into this part instead. Usually I don't. Trying to wonder if this is a wee bit safer than the press route.
What's that?
Calm down, lady. I'm no zombie. My name's Carlos, Corporal of Umbrella's Biohazard Countermeasure Force. What's your name?
Jill, did you just say you belong to Umbrella's army? No way! How did he find me? This way!
Let's go down here.
Wait, I have to ask you something.
I know. You want to ask me out? All the foxy ladies love my accent. It drives them crazy.
What? Keep dreaming.
I wish I had them both.
Tell me, why did Umbrella send your team in?
We're here to
N64 games were some of the
Don't lie to me.
hardest
Umbrella is the
games to
reason
keep
why
in
this
good
whole mess
condition.
began.
Look,
Growing up.
we're just mercenaries, hired hands. Do you really think the master would tell his dogs why they have to retrieve the stick he just...
Man, where did those bitches? Wow! I was not prepared for, like, these guys being here. Coming up here just spawns them early then? N64 games are hard to keep in good condition. Because of the cardboard boxes. Mines are all bloody flattened. Flattened beyond belief. Still got on my PS1. On my PS1, Sega Saturn, everything's in good condition, but N64, like someone sat on them. Don't know why Nintendo made cardboard boxes for some of their games. N64 and Game Boy Advance, like growing up, I just threw those boxes out for the Game Boy Advance. I've got a nice copy of Symphony of the Night, like. What's wrong with my N64? What do you mean? Why do I know players in here? N64 is not that good. It's like, got some nice games on it. But the performance of N64 is pretty bad. Might have to come in here again. Damn, he just came back this way, huh? Oh my god, I wasn't even prepared for this. I done something different. I done something different this playthrough, but it just wound up being the same. Was trying to remember how to get the press thing happening. Nah, but N64 is just no good. It's no worth the investment to get a modern N64. Need to get an EverDrive and... That's what I mean. It's a weird thing. The N64 is like, would be nice to have, but like at the end of the day, right, let's just say like some of my favorite N64 games, like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I would never play it on an N64. It runs terrible on an N64. It's like most games worth their salt got like Virtual Console upgrades to like 480p, better performance, like Zelda Ocarina of Time. So that's where I play it. And like Mario 64 as well. You know, most games worth their salt are there. There's the odd few that aren't. Even Perfect Dark has like a better version out there, you know what I mean? Like on 360. No, not 360. Well, you know what I mean. The HD version, which is nice. And it's the exact same game. So like GoldenEye N64 is a game that I guess is worth its salt. And then there's the N64 wrestling games. Like there's a couple out there, like don't get me wrong. But getting an N64 in a retro setup is too much money just for games that you might not play that much, you know? Like those ones, unfortunately. Like an EverDrive costs a lot, and that's what you need in order to play games on an SD card. And even then, you need to get an RGB modded N64. Before you know it, you've paid a lot for something you might not play that much, you know. Yeah, what's up, Zenith? Early for you, is it no? What time is it in Aussie land? Damn, screwed that up. Yeah, the game, the N64 expansion pack, I had it. For Zelda Majora's Mask needed it. Also Perfect Dark needed it, dude. Yeah, speaking of Perfect Dark. Power Rangers on the Mega Drive is rare. Yeah, probably. Official Power Rangers merch, Bob.
You're one of the survivors from the rescue
5:40
team, right?
a.m. Yeah.
I just ran into your teammate, Carlos.
How did it go?
Yeah, no worries. Cheers. I usually up late as well. You know, I popped in yours the other night for the Devil
I'm
May
a
Cry.
member of STARS.
Stars. You mean the RPD Special Force Team?
Hey, is someone wounded back there? Oh.
Yeah, you were
This
playing
looks
Devil
bad.
May Cry 3.
They're coming.
Is that what's up?
Get ready. Fire. Fire. Stay together.
Calm down. You're safe now. Everything is gonna be okay.
I don't know. Really do not remember Toga. I've not played Perfect Dark a lot. I was a
So,
GoldenEye
Jill,
guy.
Did you decide to help us out? It looks like we're the only ones who survived.
So,
We should work together.
don't really know.
No, we can't trust her.
Yeah, I'm just here playing some weird version of Resi 3. It's not really a weird
Sergeant,
version,
we
but
need her help. Our unit's down to you, me, and Lieutenant Mikhail.
we usually
That's
play
it.
some
And Mikhail's hurt bad. If we don't cooperate,
Resis
we
that
won't be walking
don't
away
really
from
get
this
played a
mission.
lot on Twitch these days, do you know what I mean? So we're checking out the old GameCube version of RE3 here, seeing how it is, because usually I play the PS1 version.
We're moving to the clock tower area, which is the designated landing zone for the extraction.
Looks really nice on the cube, actually.
Once we get there and give the signal, the chopper will fly in and pull us out.
I heard they're making a new Perfect Dark Toga, actually.
That's a lot of ground to cover. I don't think we can make it on foot.
The main problem we have is that the landing zone is cut off from here by the fire. So we have no choice but to use this cable car to navigate through it. Fortunately, we can also use it as a moving shield to get us through the worst areas.
That works for me. Good plan, sir.
Okay, people, let's get moving.
Jill, put this on.
Yeah, what did you think of Devil May Cry 2? I know I've not played that in ages. It's got a bad rep online these days. 3's considered the more better one of the bunch, so I know that. I remember 3 being okay. Some cool things in 3. Quite liked 5. The latest one. Even try win back? Nah. Nah, definitely not, man. Don't think I've heard of it. Headhunter, aye, the Headhunter was a Dreamcast game, I remember that. I never had it though. I remember, like, one of the reasons I think a lot of people think DMC2 is bad is because Hideki Kamiya left Capcom after 1, so they were a bit stuck on what to do. You know? It wasn't until 3 that they kind of, like, found their own thing. Oh, you didn't like 5? Wow, there's like 3 of them in here. Sword of the Berserk. Yeah, I've heard about that game actually. Yeah, you know, DMC isn't as bad a game as what people make it out to be. It's actually pretty good. But, you know, what can you do? Would have been cool to get a sequel to that. Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage. I know that's the full name, actually. I've done some different things this playthrough where Carlos isn't here. Yeah, I liked the combat in 5. The levels were a bit samey though. You know? Man, there's so much shit I need to pick up. The music was amazing, yeah. That's what happens when you change games sometimes, though, you know? Like, the Devil May Cry fanbase really shot back, you know? Unfortunately. They were like, where's my grey hair, dude? But yeah. But yeah, the game will go down as like a... I think it'll be like, go down as a game that later on a lot of people understand was good. Do you know what I mean? A lot is actually borrowed. A lot's actually borrowed from 5. In that reboot. You know, they used a lot, excuse me. I'm gonna go pick up those other... other red... What? How did he not get... Right, whatever. What? How did he not get burst open? I don't know. I never played the DLC, the reboot, actually. You know, the one with Dante? Oh, you know, fucking Virgil. They hated it because he was an emo. Looked like a druggie. You know what I mean? It's really that simple. Yeah. They didn't like the... See, if the game had normal Dante in it, it probably wouldn't have been as hated as much. But it was the redesign of Dante. Even then, they toned him down for the final release. If you ever look back at the original trailers, he looks really junked up. You know what I mean? So they really, like, just were getting overwhelmed by fans going ape shit. You know what I mean? Bummer, eh? Yeah, that's what I mean. It would have, like, probably spoke out to you the most, being a part-time emo then or something. Haha, you know. Mm-hmm. And he's also smoking. People were pissed off at that kind of shit. I don't know, like, people really just didn't like it. Which was a bummer that, you know, it affected it. And it also affected the original tone and story of the game. It came out different than what it was supposed to. Real bummer. I'm definitely going to make a mistake in this game. The analog control's going to kill me, peeps. Analog is not the way to play these games. I don't think. It was leaked a wee while ago that they were making a new Devil May Cry, but who knows what's happening now. Wonder when Capcom are announcing this stuff. Yeah, maybe we'll get some stuff at TGS, you never know. Capcom's games are kind of like... I don't know why I put that in my inventory there. They're a bit overdue for some of their games being announced, eh? Oh, excuse me! Any games you're getting soon, Zenith, or are you just catching up on backlogs? Actually, the special edition of DMC5 never even came out on PC. That was a bit of a dickhead move by Capcom. Yeah, I keep hearing about the Australia problems, you know. Wonder who's got it worse, Australia or Canada with you, junkie? $120? Is that how much it is there? Oof. I don't know what that is in Australian. Let me check it out. Australian bucks. Dollar to pound. 120. So that's like £70 here. Pretty expensive for like what is like a shit game though. So you pay like on average 10 more. You pay like $10. Like we pay £60 for like a digital game. So I guess like you're like 10 over us, you know? It's hard to work out that shit. I don't know what that is in junkies money. Yeah, so Australian dollar is like more than Canadian. They're close. Are you just the standard dollar, Toga? I've heard bad things about this Saints Row though, like nobody's really impressed by it, I don't know. Might not be worth that kind of cash, do you know what I mean? Wait for a sale maybe? Is it actually Epic Store exclusive? That's trash. Yeah, £70, yeah. So it's like £10 more than what we pay. It's like £60 here, so that would be an extra 10. OG voice actors for Saints Row. Man, I've never played one. So I don't really have like a opinion on anything about it really, you know. Is it actually a reboot? Yeah, it is cheaper on third-party site. But like, see Steam, I quite like how they have like, you can buy the game for 2 hours. If you don't like it, send it back, you know? Do you know what I mean? That's not too bad, is it? Yeah. I actually like... I actually have refunded some games in the past, like Fatal Frame, Maiden of the Blackwater was trash. Got my money back because it was not worth the price that they were asking. Feel me? Man. What the hell? How are these guys here? The reason these guys are here is because I done that little bit at the start differently. But like in anything, this is just like a worse way to go. Changed around some of the fucking enemies. Like, usually it's just zombies there, the path I choose. But I was trying to do the press thing, press area, I was trying to change it up, but if anything, it's become a wee bit of a harder playthrough. Oh well. 2 was good shit. Yeah, I like the refund feature on Steam. I've refunded a couple, actually, because it performed pretty trash. Man, what other one? I'll grab that blue. I refunded something because it was just performing awful. Can't remember what, though. Wonder what's so bad about this new Saints Row then, just like the story, is it? Or the game shit too? Gameplay. Yeah. Always sucks when a game comes out you're looking forward to and it's whatever, like... You know? There's a few games coming out soon, though. I'm gonna try Splatoon. Toga was saying it looks shit up.
I don't want to shoot you. Kill me.
Then
I finished. Not
God of War.
Wait, we don't.
I think God of War is the biggest one, but that Gotham Knights game, which is the new Batman game, honestly looks terrible. I've bought every Batman game, but I genuinely think the new Batman game looks shit, you know? It's not even a Batman game, that's how they're justifying it. Gotham Knights, you know?
Why? No.
Carlos!
That's how they're justifying it, that like it's not a Batman game, it's sidekick game. But man, does it look whatever. What you going with, Bob, here? I'll go with... I'll let you go first. $100 hero flops. Aqua Cure. Put Junkie on the Saf sprint then. I'll go Adraville. Well done there, Bob. Play the PS2 for you, right? PS2 is the way to, honestly, one of the best machines ever. There's no getting around it. I was wondering this. What do you think is the best, like, console of all time? Like, it's hard to, like, argue the PS2, even if you didn't play a lot of the PS2. It's just hard to argue. You know what I mean? Battle Royales. I feel you. Yep. I do feel you there. I did play any of that shite. Like, see, when it comes to, like, the PS2, like, it's just so hard to argue the amount of greatness that happened there. Do you know what I mean? It's like they were just spitting out games every week, you know? Spitting them out. And, like, it's always good to go back to the PS2 era and try and, like, play games you missed, because guaranteed there's some bloody masterpieces there that, like, you've not played, you know, like... That's why I got a hard drive in the PS2. We go back and play some shit, you know. PS1 was awesome. I can't deny that either. Christ. It was just greatness. Excuse me. Dude, how's our streaming's happening now though, Toga? Game's no out. Do. You knew too much about the game? Yeah. Yeah, 360 was a good gen. So much so, I still got like a PS3 kicking about, like I use it quite a bit. It's like if you want to go back and play like those generations of games that never got a PC port, you know what I mean? Oh boy! PS3 is pretty good. I think back then though, the Xbox 360 was the winner. You know what I mean? Like the 360 is a really good machine to still have in this day and age if you live in America. and don't like, because the backwards compatibility is still really nice. Over here in the UK though, 360 is backwards compatible with our 50 Hz PAL games, so they're just not that good to play anymore. So that's why it's kind of a wee bit better to have a PS3 up and running, because the Series X or Xbox One can backwards compatible quite a lot of the 360 library. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's that, you know. But yeah, like a PS3 is no a bad way to go about it these days. If you ask me. Some good shit on there. Whoops. Oh no. That was a total misclick because an analog stick? I'm serious. What can that become then? What's B, B and an A? I guess we'll find out then. Gunpowder bah! Hell's this? Oh man. Oh well. Oh, that was trash. Man, that is because I'm playing with an analog stick. I knew something would happen with a misclicking. Oh well. I think it's because there's maybe something happening today. It's not the release of the game though. It's like some demo shit. You know? Really? Never had a PS3 or beyond? Mountain Dew label. Seven's a good game to get lost in. Yeah. What's some of your favourite games growing up, Zenith? I've got a few games to go back and play them now, trying to think of some stuff. All while playing some Resi though. As you do. A couple of Resis a week still. What are we playing right now? Some Bully? You know, PS2 game originally. Fucking hell. When you think about Rockstar's legendary status on the PS2, eh? Crikey. And their absolute trash tier status now. Yo, Pixel was saying that there's going to be a new Silent Hill announced at Tokyo Game Show. Do we believe that? I don't know. Yeah, I'll have beef with them if it doesn't get announced. I'll be like, okay, what's going on here, dude? Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah, yeah. Lan, what happened to the sequel? Ocarina of Time is the boss. Actually, I was looking to do a new playthrough of that pretty soon. Like, maybe over the next week or something, do another playthrough. But, like, I play that game, like, quite a bit. But I've not got anything on my YouTube for Ocarina of Time, so I kind of wanted to put up a quick and dirty let's play kind of thing. You know? Even doing a quick turn in this game is not that precise because of the analog stick. That's my problem with this version of the game, is the analog stick. Other than that, it's actually top tier version. A lot of the bugs are fixed. But my god, is it harder to control. Mario 64. Dude, that's what I was going to play tonight, actually. I was talking about it last night with Tom. It's like, I really fancy some Mario 64, because it's been ages. And I was like, So I could get that going, because I'm on a Wii U right now. No, no Wii U. I'm on a Wii, and I've got 64 installed on it. So maybe I'll play that after this. I don't know, I was thinking like that. Or whatever, I don't know. Yeah, Bloodlines 2, Dev Hell. If not, what? I mean, like, well, the chances. Let's just think about this. The chances are it'll be shit, right? I mean, the odds are against it, no? Let's be real. Wait, I forgot to grab this shit. What do you think of Vampire Masquerade, Bob Junkie? You've played that? I think it's a PC only game actually, so maybe you haven't.
Stars.
I don't know much about the game, to be honest, Toga. I feel like I've only ever really played through it all the way once. You know? Like, I remember the ghost shit in the mansion. I feel like I could screw this part up on a GameCube controller, and I genuinely mean that. Because it's just no precise. Yep. That's really easy to screw up with this controller. I'm not being funny, like... Like these games were made with a PlayStation controller in mind. So like, even though it's a good version of the game, the controller means something for these games. Playing them on anything other than a PlayStation controller feels pretty, like, difficult compared. I'm not being funny. Even like a PlayStation 5 controller, if you're playing with that, is like a lot easier than anything else, probably. Like 360 is okay and all that, I guess, because the D-pad's a wee bit better. But like, dude, like playing it with like a look, think about the GameCube controller's analog stick. It's just no precise. Analog's no precise. But then the D-pad, the tiny D-pad, is too tiny. You know, so it's like tough going. Really easy to screw up.
Carlos, I'm sorry about Murphy, but there was nothing you could have done.
Yeah, you're right, Jill. I'll operate the cable car.
Redemption? I don't think I've played that one then.
Nikolai won't be joining us. Come on, let's go.
Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. I think they're looking to do some sort of like a I don't know, like a retelling of Legacy of Kain series, if all's to be believed. You only use analog stick? That is actually crazy. I'll tell you that right now.
Jill, get out of the cable car now!
Mikhail, wait, don't!
Get out of here! Hurry!
That is such a cool way to go right there. One of my favorite films ever is actually a vampire film, you know. Couple, actually.
No, the brakes are out.
It's whatever you're comfortable with, you know.
It's useless.
It's useless. D-pad's a wee bit more precise, though, out of my own personal experience for me, you know. I need the precision. I know what you mean about the corner stuff, yeah. I know what you're saying there. Yeah, like a couple of my favorite films ever are vampire movies, actually. There's not too many vampire games out there. It's a bit of a bummer. They just don't happen much, you know? God, what were we playing a wee while ago? Fucking Buffy the Vampire Slayer on Gamecube. What was that? Interview with a Vampire is like one of my favourite films ever with Brad Pitt and Tommy Cruise. That film is legit. Then The Lost Boys is also a really classic film, but I still think Interview is like my favorite vampire film.
Carlos!
Whew. Well, we both managed to survive. Maybe we can start helping each other again.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Oh yeah, Queen of the Damned.
But we can rest now.
No.
Technically,
we've
it's a
only one
sequel.
left. There's no rest for the wicked. Here's a gift for you.
In terms of the books, you know. I've never read the books. I'm not a book reader. Do 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 do. Whoops. What? Where the fuck did that one come from? Holy shit. I think I was too slow walking through there. Yeah. You can't really chill in that room, man. No. Plus, I'm not going to get the enhanced handgun this time because I tried something new a wee bit there. Not enough vampire games or movies? Yeah. I was obviously into vampire shit when I was younger, a wee bit more than now, but... You know... Like, there isn't too many vampire films anymore. Like, what was the last ones? Was like all the bloody... Christ. You know, the Twilights, wasn't it? Like, really was the big last vampire boom that they had. Wow, he had a burst. Ooh. Wanted to be a vampire. Being a vampire would be sick. Legit. So if someone offered me it, I'd probably take it, you know what I mean? No big deal. Wait a minute, is this a... Yeah, this is... Excuse me. Yeah. Is that right, Bob? I used to have it on the old DVD. VHS I had it on, and DVD. Do you have to install a bunch of mods for that? Because I forget, you know. If you're going to do a new vampire playthrough, you know, the... Gangrel is a wrestler who actually, believe it or not, Bob, based his name off that game. And that's why the WWF got sued back in the day. Because Gangrel said to Vince McMahon, he was like, yeah, I want to be Gangrel. And then they got sued for using the name of Gangrel because of Vampire the Masquerade bloodlines, you know. Actually, that is some lore behind that. Unofficial patch, yeah. Yeah, defo buggy game, eh? How the fuck did I get that camera angle? Man, I've never really done that camera angle coming around here. Yeah. Like, that's not an everyday thing. I don't know. I don't usually look at it that way. Maybe it is and I never cared. All these GameCube things happening here.
Stars.
Yeah, cheers for popping in. Appreciate it. Accompany yo. I'm gonna go get a cup of tea before this Nemesis fight though. Hyped about the Gothic remake. I don't know if I've heard about it. RE3? What, are you just talking about GameCube version in general, dude? Or... It's, you know, it's RE3. Shiny coat of paint, no? Looks good on the Game of Cubes. Really good. Controls a bit weirder because I'm using the analog stick, but... GameCube controller's not the best way, you know, for me. So I made a couple of errors. But it looks jubbly. Yeah, I like the PS1 version best too. We usually always play the PS1 version around here. But to change it up, I thought I'd play the Cube version, but I will say this. The Cube version looks absolutely fantastic. Like, graphics wise, this thing's... don't mess with it. This is the best looking version of the game. Even better than Dreamcast, actually. Like I was saying, this game's got a really, really weird thing about it. Where the character models have like a shimmery effect. Even the PS1 version has it, but if you see most streamers like play PC version, it's quite off-putting. PC version looks disgusting in my opinion. Purely because of the shimmery character models. But, you know, most people play it. And even on Dreamcast, it's a problem that happens at high resolutions, higher. So on Dreamcast, there's also a shimmery effect all over Jill. It looks like she's shaking. It's horrible. It wasn't a thing in RE2, but they've done something different with RE3. So it's also in the PS1 version, but it looks better on the PS1 version because of the lower res. It doesn't translate well to higher resolution. But if you see here, this GameCube version does not have the problem. Do you know what I mean? That's because it was the latest version made by Capcom. I don't know if the Source Next version came after, but even if it did, it was more of a conversion for the PS1 that had the shimmer. This version just doesn't have it. If you actually look at Jill's model here, it doesn't look like she's having a fit, does it? You know? It's really nice, actually. And she's like the high resolution, obviously the backgrounds are in higher res as well, which is nice. And the input lag is nowhere near as bad here either. One of the bad things about the Dreamcast version has a bit more input lag, you know. But my biggest problem with the Dreamcast and PC versions is the shimmer, you know. But the worst thing about this version, at least for me, the controller is hard to play with the games, to be a wee bit more precise, you know. The D-pad's small and the analog's no accurate. So, you know what I mean. It's like, but it looks lovely. Well, the DC version's not that good. It's weird because I think the Dreamcast version of RE2 is the best version of RE2 because it has all the modes that's ever came with RE2, like the battle game and the exclusive Nightmare mode that can't even be played on the PC version because that only has hard mode. So the Dreamcast version of RE2 is the definitive way to play RE2 original, in my opinion. Like, there's no other way it could be better on any other machine over the Dreamcast, because it has Nightmare mode, and every other mode that's came with the games. So, like, the only thing the PC version has over it is resolution, 60 FPS cutscenes, but, like, it doesn't have the Nightmare mode. It's Japanese hard mode, because it's a Japanese version of the game. That's why it's called hard mode and no Nightmare mode. So, like, RE2's PC version is only used by speedrunners, really. But it's not really got Nightmare mode. Even though they call it Nightmare mode, it's not really the real Nightmare mode, which is why RE2 is best on Dreamcast. But the Dreamcast version doesn't have anything on RE3 over the PS1 version, because the PS1 version of RE3 is just the ultimate version of the game anyway. There's nothing new that came. It had all the battle games. There's no extra anything on any of the versions. But yeah, like what I was talking about with that shimmer effect that happens with the character models is present on PS1, Dreamcast, and PC, but it looks worse on Dreamcast than PC because of the higher resolution. I really don't like the way it looks. But it's much better on PS1. But here, this GameCube version, it just looks so nice. It's got higher res backgrounds, and you know, the stuttering effect that's on our fucking model is just not there. I don't know what the technical term for it is, but if I compared them side by side, you'd be like, what the fuck's going on? It's like she's like shaking. You know, it's really horrible and off-putting. But yeah, it's just not present here on the GameCube version at all. So it looks really nice. Yeah, it's more glaring on the PC version, yeah. They smoothed it out on the GameCube version for whatever reason. Why, is the question. It's just like why is it a thing on every other version of the game bar the GameCube? You know, and I think maybe they put a wee bit more effort into this port purely because of the deal that they were doing at the time with the you know, the GameCube stuff, with the RE1 remake and RE4 going to be exclusive, Zero as well. But the thing is, RE2 on the GameCube isn't the best version of RE2. It doesn't even have Nightmare mode. It's got nothing. It's got nothing over the Dreamcast one at all. You know, like, even the PC version's definitely better there too. The GameCube version of RE2 is pretty bare bones. You know, it's just missing all the extra features that they done for Dreamcast. Don't know why. I don't know why, yo. Oh really? You still play the GameCube version of Remake 1? Every now and then we dabble with that, because like, we like playing different versions of the Resi games. So sometimes we do dabble and go back to the GameCube version. We'll actually play the Wii version, because that has better picture, but it is just the GameCube version at higher resolution. So that's a good shout. Maybe we'll play that again over the next couple of weeks. Like, I've not done it in quite a while, you know. It's a version of the games that came out on Wii called Resident Evil Archives. Yeah, pretty good. They probably will remake it. Gonna have to go get a drink though. Yeah, Yeah, they'll remake it, dude, but it'll be like after Code Veronica. So like the way the remakes are gonna go is we get RE4, right? And then they're gonna do RE5, believe it or no, they'll do it. But there's got like after RE4 is gonna come Code Veronica, and then they're gonna do RE5 so that RE5 makes more sense going straight from Code Veronica. That's what they're gonna do. And after RE5, they're gonna remake 1. Yeah. Unfortunately, they will do it. Of course they'll do it. It's like they'll make money off it. You know, it's that simple. Yeah. But don't be worried though. Remake 1 will forever be the greatest remake of all time. Do you know what I mean? Even if they do remake it twice. Yeah, it's definitely going to happen though. Getting a Code Veronica remake after 4, and then that'll coincide like with a new... Like, they're going to remake 5. I can smell it. But there's just absolutely... There's already people out there that want Remake 1 to be remade again over the shoulder. You know, like, I'm not a huge over-the-shoulder guy, but they will. They'll do it. Like, why wouldn't they, you know? Like, come on. It's just like, it will sell, you know? But, and I think that's when they'll leave the remakes, because I don't think they'll remake 6. If they are, that's fucking silly. But, like, to be fair, the fact that they're going to remake 5 is hilarious as well, but why wouldn't they? If anything, they could maybe make 5 a wee bit better. I don't know. See, like, the ones that were already over the shoulder getting remade again to be over the shoulder have the potential to be the best ones because they were already over the shoulder and action-orientated games. So, like, that's what I mean. There's no way they'll only do 5. And if they're going to do Code Veronica, they'll make it coincide with 5 more. That's the thing. They might have a wee bit more health than usual, because they didn't do that, you know, get the other gun part.
We're saved. Down here! It's finally over. Huh? No!
Yeah, actually, the FMVs are a wee bit lower quality in the Gamecube version. Did notice that, though.
Stars.
Yeah, the FMVs are a wee bit worse. That is summon. Yeah, I did notice that earlier. I never used a grenade launcher in this game at all, actually, Jigger. Yeah. I'm a Magnum guy. You stick to what you know. I've never used the grenade launcher.
Jill! Jill! Hang in there!
I found it a wee bit more consistent for me anyway.
I'm sorry, Jill.
Heal on every hit
Please, wake
and
up.
spam him with a bloody Magnum.
Jill! Jill!
October 1st.
I've actually no got the enhanced handgun because I didn't do the
Falling rain.
explosion. I've no
Can't
killed
believe
him.
I'm still alive.
I've only killed him once, so I've only got one part of it, but it's no big deal. Yeah, it's really weird how the FMVs are lower
Looks
quality,
like our
yeah?
roles have been reversed from when we originally met, huh?
I'm really interested.
Don't worry, Jill. This chapel is safe.
Just like why, you know? Because the FMVs are higher quality in the Dreamcast one.
Haven't I?
Hey,
But everything else is better in this version.
I'm okay. Don't feel any pain. But that's what bothers me. If I can't feel anything, then what does that mean?
don't give up, Jill. I'll take care of you. Whatever you...
All right, on, yeah. Well, that sucked. I don't really change too much up when I play, actually, dude. It's been a while since I've used, like, enhanced handgun ammo and all that, you know? Yeah, don't really change it up too much with that. I was waiting to see if this version had decapitation, actually. Some versions don't. Dreamcast version doesn't have decapitation there. Probably because of Sega. But, like, Nintendo were okay with it then? Weird, eh? So, like, some of these sounds here, Toga, are, like, used in games like Abe. You were talking about Abe the other day, you know?
There also appears to be a slight fracture in his right arm just below the elbow. However...
That sound there, actually, specifically. Is it? Man, Jigger, we all the little details up in here. I will notice this though. The blood isn't as clear. See the splatter? It's more like PC version splatter. You ever notice that the PC version's blood is kind of whack when you shoot a zombie? It's not as red, it's like clearer. Defo lighter blood.
Don't shoot! No!
Nikolai? You're still alive?
You saw what happened.
What's going on?
I'm one of the supervisors. That's all you need to know.
Wait!
Oh, what, you considered getting the PC version? Excuse me. PC version, you talk, it's like the Japanese version that people mod. That's like the one most people play on Twitch. I would still say the PC versions, I mean the PS1 version is really good. I would say the only reason to play the PC version of Resident Evil 3, if you've got access to the PS1 or Gamecube or whatever, is literally because of mods, is like the only reason. At the end of the day, right, it's the Japanese difficulty, which is only really a thing that speedrunners care about, you know? So like, it's like, got the Japanese difficulty of the game built within it. So like, for people that don't really care about that stuff, I would say. They've done some rebirth mods for it and all that. But yeah, the shimmery effect is what puts me off the PC version a lot, you know. Oh, I see, right. Are you talking about, do you want the actual Source Next physical copy? I don't know how much that is. I had a look on eBay a wee while ago, and I didn't buy it, so it must have been a wee bit more expensive than I was liking. You know what I mean? Oops. Yeah, I've got like quite a lot of versions of Resi, like collecting them. But I don't have like PC versions. The only PC versions of Resident Evil I've got is Ultimate HD Edition of RE4, physical PC copy, and the original RE4 PC copy. So those are like the only PC ones I have, you know. But like I have stuff like, obviously my OG PS1 versions of RE1, 2, 3, DualShock, you know, all that. And then I have like the American versions of them and the Japanese versions of them. And then I have like the Sega Saturn RE1, Japanese Sega Saturn RE1, all the Dreamcast versions. But like, lack of PC versions, you know. N64 RE2. Man, everybody's like really obsessed with that version, aren't they? It's like the shittest version of the game. I don't understand the obsession. But I kind of do. If you want to have like all the versions, it's unnecessarily expensive for the shittest version of the game though. I would never pay it. It's got some interesting stuff that would be interesting, like different color blood in that, but I really just, even like getting through that version would probably just not be a fun experience, I don't think. Yeah, I'm sure everybody does, you know, but like, at the end of the day, the fact that it's an N64 version makes it go up in price just for that alone. But it's definitely like a rarer version to have in the collection, for sure. Actually, it's got analog controls in it, which is like different. It's got a bit of a built-in randomizer, but it's not like as good as it sounds. Change the place of herbs and that, but Yeah, GameCube Twilight's a good one to get for a collection, for sure. Same with the GameCube promotional Zelda disc, you know? You know, the promotional Zelda disc that had, you know, Ocarina and Majora on it, emulated. I have the Wii version. It's the original version I played was the Wii version, the Twilight Princess. So it's always weird playing one of the other versions because the game was mirrored in the Wii version. So, like, to me, it looks like the other versions are like another way around. You know what I mean? I'm sure they'll be bringing them out on Switch anyway. At some point. Yeah, before Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, they'll release them on Switch. Surprised it's not done already, but they're obviously like biding their time a wee bit, you know? It's because like Breath of the Wild is getting delayed and all that. Collector's Edition. You mean the one that just came with like Master Quest? I've had that since launch. Believe it or not, it's not the rare. It's not the most expensive version of Wind Waker though. The most expensive version of Wind Waker is this weird Metroid Prime bundle. Like the Metroid Prime plus, you know, Wind Waker. That's like the rarest, most expensive version of Wind. I think. You on a retro binge? Sweet. Yeah, Toga, watch out, man. Because when you do go on a retro binge, just be cool, you know? Sometimes your wallet can suffer, you know? That's kind of why I got the ODEs for the stuff, like... This Wii has a... SD card in it.
Hey,
so does the PS1.
Yes. Barely.
Sega Saturn.
No way! That monster just...
I mean, you know how much a copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga
I
is?
thought we killed that
Christ.
thing.
No.
If you ever want to
Been
play
waiting
that, you
for
know?
He's
Skyward Sword on Wii.
Carlos, do you think that it's unstoppable?
No, I don't think so. I'm sorry, Jill, but I've got to go take care of a few things.
It's because Skyward
Oh,
Sword's
and
shit.
Bad news. Nikolai is still alive.
Nobody likes paying a lot of money for shit
Are you
games.
sure?
Yes. I don't know how, but I do know that he is our enemy.
The
Remember,
only
don't
cool thing
trust
about
him.
Skyward Sword, over here, it came with a gold nunchuck. No, a gold Wiimote. Ah, that's it. So... the gold Wiimote is worth more than the fucking game, put it that way. Because that's the only thing I like about the version that I got, like the gold Wiimote. Eh. Take the grenade launcher. Man, they all came on gold discs over here in the UK. Must be some American version, is it? Breath of the Wild's okay. Yeah, it's alright. It's not the second coming of Jesus, like everyone makes it out to be, but it's alright. It's actually got a bit of a problem, really, if you care about it. Lack of dungeons. Tell you what's better. The one I played like a few months ago, for the first time, was A Link Between Worlds. Holy crap, that game was awesome. Oh yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. Wait a minute. It's because I've not got my other gun here. Whoops, getting backed in a corner. Yeah, here in the UK, Wind Waker came with a gold disc anyway. Same, so did like Majora. Came with like a gold cartridge. Oh, GameCube Zeldas are worth a wee bit though, like Four Swords, because it's like just, it's like, kept sought after, I guess, like most GameCube games, eh? Like, see, like RE3 on the GameCube? This game's worth a bit of cash. Same with RE2. I remember the day I bought them here in the UK, you couldn't even get them out the fucking shop. Because they were that much of a low print. That much of a low print. That I had to get them off eBay, I remember. Weird. You know? So is Code Veronica. All three of them are a bit of a low print, aren't they? Yeah, the Zelda one with the red blood with Ganondorf. Yeah, it's only the collector's edition that has that, I think. I don't know. Red blood. It's not necessarily the red blood I give a shit about. I've always hated the way they changed the symbol on the mirror shield. Yeah. Because the mirror shield looks like shit. Without the crescent moon on it. It's actually shit. If anything, I think the Fire Temple music's better than the first version. that sucks. Oh, bastard dogs. Christ, I hate dogs. Especially in RE3. Yeah, but like the thing about the mirror shield is like it in most versions that you play now, like I play the Wii versions, Virtual Console, so like that is that version, you know. So can't really like dodge it. Sucks. Mega Man Legends one, yeah, dude. Dude, I've never played any Mega Man's game. I don't know what the hype is behind Mega Man because I've never played a Mega Man game. You know? Just never played one. Yeah. Yeah, I wish the Virtual Console version was, you know, the Crescent Moon at least. Because, like, the redesign of the mirror shield looks terrible without it. In my opinion. It just doesn't even look like a cool shield anymore, you know? Like, fuck that. When, like, roaming around in the red outfit and the mirror shield was always the way I liked it. You know? But, you know, what can you do? Hardest games there is. Is it, Bob? Where'd you hear this? Porky pie. I bet I could name a game harder than it probably without even... Like, is it actually that hard? Like, what one, like? Is it a certain mode or something? They tell me it's harder than, like, ghouls and, like, ghosts and goblins. No way, mate. What do you think is an actually hard game? In your opinions, what do you think is a genuinely hard game? Like, none of this exaggerated Dark Souls bullshit. I'm just gonna take that in case I fuck up with a worm on movement or something. Ninja Gaiden, yeah. I think Ninja Gaiden is a genuinely hard game. But the thing about it is, it's like, do you take into account difficulty options? Because, like, Master Ninja mode is clearly tough. Right? Let's just say it's default mode, though. How many games are truly hard on their default mode? Yeah, Cuphead actually does have some tough stuff in it. Never played the DLC, actually. I really wanted to at one point. What was that there? Contra.
I'm quite
Never played
impressed you've
Contra.
managed to stay alive up until now.
Not mate.
And you seem to be doing a pretty good job of looking out for yourself. How about helping out?
I have no intention of helping you.
Because we're nothing but pawns in all this?
In a manner of speaking, you are. Our employers wanted a detailed analysis of the zombie beings which were created through infection by the T-virus.
You're saying that they deliberately sent in a military unit to be butchered by their creations?
Not exactly. Although the conditions encountered on this operation were extreme, it was...
Do you think there's a hard Resident Evil game?
Wiped out. We were only required to collect live data from the subjects. Another mutant!
It's weird. I think there's only really one hard Resident Evil game. Well, I don't know. It really depends on the side ones as well. Because, like, RE0, in my opinion, is the hardest Resident Evil game. But you have to play it on hard mode. That's the thing. Which, so it's a pain in the ass game. I just don't think Zero is a genuinely enjoyable game, so like people don't care about learning it too much. At least that's my excuse, and I stand by it. It's just not a fun experience. So like, yeah. But on hard mode, if you like, because I always play games on hards. But going into like Resident Evil 0 on hard mode is just like the most miserable experience, you know, it's...
What's going on? Whoa!
Overhaul, man.
What is that?
Is that a mod? Oh yeah, I was meaning, I guess, by default. Christ, that bloody worm's making some racket. Man, it's been so long since I played RE5. Part of me wants to play it again just to see Wesker, you know? Whoops. See how funny he is in that game again. Oh my goodness gracious me. What the fuck? What? How did that happen? If you're a Castlevania fan, you are welcome in the Tasty channel. That shit is legit, yo. Christ. Holy crap, bruv. You know, we just had a Castlevania binge a wee while ago, actually. It was absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculously awesome. Yeah, we played Symphony of the Nonsense, and then all 3 DS ones. Oh man. Oh my god, son! Alright. It's because it was one hell of a binge, Toga. Yeah, man. So good. Like, my favourite one's Portrait of Ruin. And even, like, replaying Symphony of the Night was so nice. Really nice. I'm thinking we could do some GBA ones soon, because I didn't do the GBA ones. But, like, even, like, it was just good. There's always an excuse to play Castle V, though. Christ. It's like, these games don't go out of style.
Stars.
Considering getting Symphony of the Night on PS1. Area of Sorrow is good, yeah. Like the Castlevania games are worth a lot of money if you're looking to actually collect some shit there, Jigger. Expensive though. There's only like I've got like I'm really proud of like this one version I've got though. All right, anyway, I'm like a huge Castlevania fan. I've been collecting Castlevania shit for years, you know, like. So I picked up like mint copies of the GBA ones a wee while ago. They're so beautiful looking. Before the cartoon came out on Netflix, I was like, you know, there's a good chance that the Castlevania stuff's going to go up in price. Because of the Netflix show, you know? And that's when I like decided to get a couple of mint copies of the GBA games, and I've still got all my games for like growing up, like the DS ones. I've already got all them. But I did invest in a absolute mint copy of Symphony of the Night. UK version, PAL version, because over here the PAL version's actually worth more than the US version. Because it's like, even though the US version's the better version to play, the PAL version's the better version to collect, because it has the beautiful front cover with Alucard. It's not just the castle front cover. It's also got the it's also a limited edition. With the soundtrack, so it's the most sought after version for collectors because of those reasons. And now it's like worth a fair bit, at least for people trying to like charge on eBay. So if you're going to collect one version, maybe try and get, it depends on what you want. Like the PAL version's worth more if you do, but with mods. It's a Sega Saturn version, Toga, that came with a couple of extra things. You could play as Maria, and it's got a couple of extra areas in the castle, but it's no a good version of the game port-wise. Runs like ass. So the new stuff's no worth the ass, to be brutally honest. The game still plays and looks better on PS1 than Sega Saturn, even though potentially it would have been better on Sega Saturn if they had put some effort into the port, but it's just a bad port, mate, you know, like, fortunately. There's even a hack that came out a wee while ago taking advantage of the 4MB cart that upgraded it so it plays a wee bit more stable from a fan who done it, but it still runs like ass. So like the PS1's still the way to go, man, you know. Yeah. The extra areas aren't even that good. Check them out on YouTube. Are you talking about CD Romance or something, Jaeger? Yeah, CD Romance, yeah. Yeah, not a bad place. Sony and Konami. I don't know. It's like, what do you do? I mean, like, as a business, they're making more money than they ever have with the bloody machine slots, you know? I think something's gonna happen soon, though, dude. Like, don't worry about it. The IPs are too lucrative to stay dormant. Like, it's gonna happen. If anything's to be believed, the Silent Hill's getting announced at TGS. I don't know, though. It doesn't even matter if it's TGS or no, it will happen. There'll be a new Metal Gear Solid, a new Castlevania, and a new Silent Hill. Their IPs are just too important for there not to be, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, dude. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Time is of the essence, you know? Like, we will get it. Yeah, I was going to question you, Pixel, about this. Like, according to Pixel, I'm really interested to see who it's made by, though. That's the thing. If it's made by some random Joseph, then I don't care, you know? I don't care about the name, just Silent Hill. It doesn't really bother me. Proper sequel to 2? Oh really? You want a sequel to 2? How would that happen? Playing as Laura, huh? Would that be cool? I don't know, to be honest. Probably. Back to Silent Hill. And like, what would be her thing then? With Homecoming? Homecoming was supposed to be better than it was, true that, and I believe it. But it still wasn't done by the original creators, so how good would it have been, really? I don't know. Well, maybe he would work on it if... Like, would he work on another Metal Gear Solid, though? Let's just say the rumors on the street were true, right? That Sony had bought... has bought a timed exclusive deal with the IPs so that they can have whoever they want work on it. What about that aspect? Would Kojima make one of the games then? What do you think? Sony licensed it and gave it to him. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I thought Bluepoint were rumored to be remaking Castlevania Symphony of the Night, though. That's what I heard. Man, there's all a bunch of shit creeping around, eh? Someone says one thing, it's whatever. We'll just need to wait and see. But like, the rumor is that like Sony have something, but what though is the question. What is the question? I think I'd prefer a Symphony of the Night remake. Even though I'm kind of done with remakes, I'm not a big I don't care about the remake spam, I'll be honest. But I'm fine with it. You know, it's not like I'll no have it. It's whatever. But like, I would rather a new Castlevania, personally, rather than just a remade Symphony of the Night. And how would you even go about remaking it? You're just going to make it like a Dark Souls game? Because like, Dark Souls are just like, just copy Castlevania in 3D. Like, Dark Souls are just Castlevania in 3D. It's very similar anyway. So is that what they would actually do? Just make Symphony of the Night a fucking Souls-like game? You know? I'd rather just have a new Castlevania, personally, but... You know? And when it comes to a remake of Metal Gear Solid, everyone will buy it, but the game will be hated. That's the thing. Oh, really? You think Dark Souls is like an Onimusha? Oh, I don't know. No, for me, anyway. Dark Souls kind of feels like, to me, Castlevania in 3D. It's got Metroidvania style stuff in 3D. You know what I mean? Like, at least that's what it feels like to me. I don't know. I would rather them just make a new Castlevania and a new Silent Hill rather than remakes. I just a bit over the remakes, you know. But it's not like I'll no play a remake. Christ, I'm okay with it. Castlevania Bloodlines. Yeah, that game's expensive, Toga.
Warning.
It's one of the reasons I really like Portrait of Ruin, is because it's a sequel to that game, you know? Yeah, Internet Archive, yeah. For sure. You think Twin Snakes is better than the OG? There's a lot of people that wouldn't agree there, Jaguar, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Graphics-wise, yes. I would say. But music-wise, a lot, like gameplay-wise, some things are quite a big step down, but it all depends on what you value. Oh, bugger. Man, I'm fucking up on this guy. I usually kill him with a magnum, you know? Just shoot him. Shoot his sweet ass. Yeah. Great improvement. Man, so many people think it is absolutely worse in so many ways. But like, everybody can like have their own opinion. It's like, Christ, no everyone's a Metal Gear fanboy. You know what I mean? So if you're not a Metal Gear fanboy, it's probably better. Like, at the end of the day though, a lot of the gameplay mechanics are kind of ruined because they bring first person mechanics over into it, break the game. But the music is worse than the OG. There's stuff about it that is worse. I can see it from both angles, but I do think the fan base overreacts with some of the bad things about it. Oh well, like, what's it, Grey Fox's new voice is terrible though compared to his old one, you know, like, that's... a crime that they replaced his voice in itself. But, you know. Oh really, you're gonna like play it on an emulator, Pixel, or? You could also shoot Mario on the game. Yeah, there was a GameCube on Twin Snakes, is that what you mean? A lot of like remakes had like little throwbacks. Like RE1 had a GameCube in the remake for the MO discs, which was replaced in the remaster, right? Stuff like that. Usually when Outer Heaven plays the Metal Gear Solid marathons, they always like meme on Twin Snakes, you know, like so hate, like 1,000 people in there are like agreeing that it's so shit, you know. The thing about the Metal Gear Solid fan base is like Hideo Kojima plastered his name so much all over Metal Gear Solid franchise that even the mainstream think without him it would be a shit game, remake or no, you know. So like he kind of done well about plastering his name everywhere, I always feel. So like when a new Metal Gear Solid comes out and it's not got Hideo Kojima's name on it, like most people will just, everyone will buy it though to see what it's like. I mean, surely. But like I feel like it's already doomed, you know. Purely because of that, but and their safest bet is to do a remake. But I heard they were going to be remaking 3 over 1.
It's time to say goodbye.
I don't know.
You can either accept death with dignity or die with regret. It's entirely up to you.
You know, coming out with those Frank Yeager lines.
Jill,
Yo.
Jill, that's it. We've got to find a way out of here now.
Did it really? I can't even remember.
Warning. Missile attack confirmed.
I was trying to get a couple of copies of Metal Gear Acid on the cheap, Pixel. You know? I don't think I got all the photos, did I? Nah, man.
Checking system.
I don't know. A lot of people actually quite like Curse of Darkness. Hector's like supposed to be really likable. I've never. That's the only 2 Castlevanias I've never played all the way through. Started Lament of Innocence a wee while ago. I was liking it for what it was, but like, man, and Curse of Darkness is just more of the same, you know. But it's really, really repetitive. They're just really... The way it works is like you walk into a room and you fight a gauntlet of enemies. and then that opens the door, you walk into the next room, it does the same thing. It's quite repetitive, you know. Although it's nice to see how they wanted the castle to look. I always feel, you know.
Executing quick charge program. Prepare to fire.
Oops. Oh yeah, you like the remake? The actual one thing they did do better in 3 was keeping the original soundtrack. Man, are you coming down or what?
System overheating.
Yeah, I think if they remade it into not a 2D game, it would be a bit shit pixel, you know? Maybe you're a bit biased with your name, though. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I would... yeah, I know what you mean. Totally.
Stars, I'll give you stars.
Oh yeah, what games do you not like that were remade, Toga? Can't see it being a 3D game? Hard to say. I feel like the mainstream would want it to be a 3D game. 3D Souls clone. Yeah, 2.5D wouldn't really work either. Some games work in 2.5D though, but if it looked like Bloodstained, I'd be upset.
It's over, Carlos.
What are you talking
Because that game
about?
didn't
Don't
really
you
look
hear
too
that?
nice.
There's a second chopper, and it's here to rescue you.
But who is it? Who could possibly be looking for me?
It doesn't matter, we just have to be there when it lands.
Bob don't like that line. This is news to me. 8 years later.
Thanks, you saved us.
I couldn't let you die.
Is it you?
Are you ready to finish this?
It's coming!
Yeah. It's the end.
That's it. Umbrella's going down.
Yeah, they cut him out of the remake. Bit shit, to be fair.
And now we have a rather unfortunate turn of events. It seems that the President and the Federal Council have passed judgment over the civilians of Raccoon City. The President and Federal Council have ruled that the Backless Terminate operation is the best course of action for this extreme situation, and have since executed. Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally wiped off the map. Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
Oh, did you hear the Netflix show got cancelled? Oh, psh. One season cancelled already. To be expected though. I've not seen it, but... The latest show. Oh, that's translation error, Jaeger. Man, you know all the juicy details, huh? Man. I think the ending theme of 3 is the best. Out of all them. It's like some home and away bullshit, you know? Some neighbours. Zenith would know what that is. Australian TV show. Love it. I think Home and Away is also Australian. What's wrong with well, you don't like the new season that's coming out, Pixel? Yeah, yeah. Oh yes, yeah, big time. Neighbours isn't on anymore. Is it really? What, did it become Australian exclusive? I don't know, actually. Yeah, I know what you mean, Pixel, yeah. I hear you. Yeah, the remake, yeah. Damn, yo. More and more people are coming out that RE3 was their favorite. You know what I mean? More and more people nowadays are making their voices heard that RE3 was their favorite. It's not my favorite, but like, I think it's a lot better than what people give credit. It's got, I think, it's hard to say, but like, there's a lot of replay value in 3, you know, it's not, I hate the opinion that 2 was just a better game than 3, because it's just not how it works. Maybe when you were a kid you thought like that, which is how I thought. But when you grow up in that, you realize like the more beauty of some of the games, rather than it just being like a copy, you know, like you think differently as a kid. When it growing up, you did think 3 was just like a add-on to 2 kind of thing, you know, you did. But like, so many people are blaming that for the shit remake of 3, which is a wee bit whack, because every game deserves a decent remake, I guess. Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan. Really? Jason Donovan? That's crazy. Man, he was about in the early 90s or whatever. Put in all the missing areas. Yeah, well, Bob spread some lies in here. Nah, I'm just joking. He did say, like, some of the rumours a wee while ago was that Resident Evil 3 was getting like a Nemesis edition. It was believable, you know, to have in all the missing parts of 3. But it didn't happen, though. I have came to terms that Code Veronica is my favourite. It took 20 plus years to figure that out, but yeah. Which is, we're going to be playing a pretty special version of Code Veronica soon. Maybe we'll start it tomorrow or something. I don't know, it should maybe over the next few days or something, but Code Veronica X on the Dreamcast. We've got that version coming in. So we're going to play that. It's got Japanese writing in that, but it's literally Code Veronica X for the Dreamcast, which is going to be cool to play. Because I like playing the Dreamcast versions of the game, but yeah, RE3 is pretty popular with the mods, like. Well, Code Veronica gets shat on by a lot of people, you know, it's a damn shame. But, you know, they're not ready for the truth. I think everybody who really likes Resident Evil can understand how good Code Veronica is. Might not be their favourite, but they'll, you know. A lot of people love Code Veronica. I'm definitely one. I think it's my favourite, you know. Yeah. It's got my 2 favourite characters in it, which is Chris being number 1. OG Chris. It's not like new game Chris, but OG Chris Redfield, and I think Claire is also a pretty unique character in the game. Just think about like how special Claire is. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we've not really had any Jill love in a while, but obviously she got her remake, which is a bit whack for her return, wasn't it? So like, is she not going to be in 9 or whatever? Who knows? By the way, that Resident Evil Reverse is coming out in a couple of months as well. Multiplayer shit.